Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're just gonna wait a couple more seconds, let a couple more people get in here. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a retweet on this video. I'm probably gonna wait till we got about 10 or 15 of those, so I know we got our normals in here, and then we'll get to business. I do appreciate the early birds though for tapping in, man. Should be a good show. There's some good games on today's slate. We've got. I'll go over the slate, just the games we've got before I get into the plays. We've got Nets at Hornets. Hornets are a 4.5 point dog at home. Pelicans Rockets. Rockets are an 8 point favorite at home. Wizards Raptors. Raptors are a 3.5 point favorite at home. Pacers Hawks. Pacers are a 3 point favorite on the road. Bucks Magic. We do have a really strong play in that game. Bucks are 4 point favorites at home. Heat versus Bulls. The Heat are 4 point favorites at home. Warriors versus Pistons. The Warriors are 6 point favorites. And then Celtics, Lakers. Celtics are 7.5 point favorites. I mean, I kind of lean both dogs in that scenario. Let me give shout outs to where they're due. Ross, I appreciate it. Jeff Reed, I appreciate it. Night Fox, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all are here right away as soon as we start in the morning. So I do appreciate that. I'll go ahead and get into the recap, and then hopefully by that time we're sitting at about 10 to 15 likes and retweets, and we can get this bad boy moving. Yesterday, we won exactly 1 unit of profit. We had Bain RAs over, that cashed. We had KD's points over, that cashed in overtime. Took OT to get there, but we got there. DeMar's RA unders, terrible read. He had nine rebounds. My apologies there. Cat, we had a great number on his assists over. Ended up hooking, if you even want to call it that. It was just 2 plays. One second here. Jaden McDaniels PRAs cashed. I think he had 23. We had over 21.5. We sprinkled 20 plus. We also sprinkled a small lotto, but still came out yesterday positive 1 unit. A little bit of back and forth for us in March. Up 1, up 0.4, up 1, down 2, up 2, up 4. We're probably up around 4 units just with some quick math. And I've taken some shots. Look, if you're going to hit lottos, you got to take some shots. So I've taken some shots that we've missed. But again, like I would live with most of those reads outside of maybe running Isaiah Collier a few times. All right, we are 38 deep in here right now. We're still waiting for some people to chime in, get in here. I don't like to run this until we're at about 100 people. We're at 39 right now. Real quick, is there anything y'all want me to go over today? I don't want to start breaking down plays. We'll give 2 more minutes in here, and I'm sure we'll have some people start flowing in. Are there any requests y'all have? Ross, I did see yours. Basically everything you had wanted to talk about today, I want to talk about today, so we're on the same page there. I didn't see any requests in the Discord. Ben, I don't think you sent any over. Koulibaly under 12.5. Some people are asking about that in the Discord. Outside of that, though, it doesn't look like anything. All right, 46 people deep in here. Let's get a couple more in here and we'll get started. 47, 49. Give me the 50 and we'll start rolling. Give me the 50 and we'll start rolling. We need one more person to tap in. That way I know we got our regulars in here. 50 it is. All right, cool. Let's get started. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a retweet on this video. Help me grow the page. Help me grow the brand. Help me get guests on the show. 3 plays released already this morning, and my only regret so far is that I didn't bet more on Damian Lillard. First bet I released this one overnight. I think it's honestly still available, or at least really close to this price. I mean, yeah, it's still available for this price at, it looks like a couple different books. I love LeBron 25 plus in this game. He's looked very good playing alongside Luka. Draws a lot of attention off him. Obviously, Luka's going to be the main concern for Boston. I do think that they're going to like almost let LeBron and Luka score opposed to letting them beat them in other areas. My thinking with this is they're going to be more score dominant, focused on Luka. And I think there's going to lead to a lot of cut opportunities and open baskets for LeBron. I'm not taking his threes in this game. I saw his rebounds was out in the community. I like LeBron's rebounds as well. Probably not a game I'm attacking his assists either, but for points at 25 plus was a no-brainer. We locked this in last night. I think 2.4 to win 2. So I think at worst case now we're looking at around minus 125 on this play. My other two plays are Malik Beasley's threes and Damian Lillard's points over. Lillard's moved. Malik's, the juice has moved, but the 3.5 line is still there. So we'll get to those as we get through those games. First game on today's board, Nets and Brooklyn. It's an ugly game. There's not a lot jumping off the board at me. LaMelo played just 22 minutes last game. Fouled out in mid to late fourth quarter. So again, reduced minutes. They are on a back-to-back, but he didn't play a lot. Brooklyn blitzes. I mean, I don't know. I don't like the LaMelo in this spot. If I wanted to play anything, maybe assists or threes, but nothing official for me there. Same can be said about Claxton and Mark Williams. Interesting matchup with those two going head-to-head. I do kind of lean over a D'Lo versus this Charlotte scheme. Doesn't look like Brooklyn wants to play their guys like 30 minutes, though. So there's nothing for me there. Miles Bridges, if LaMelo is on reduced minutes again, but 23.5 feels high. I would lean over the 7.5 boards for Bridges. That's the closest I'd get to a play for him. But I don't love it. Maybe at plus money, this is a play. Cam Thomas is another one. The points line feels a little inflated. Again, the minutes are awful. I do think versus the scheme of Charlotte, though, he's going to have a lot of field goal attempts, which would be positive. Model projections for this one are right around 23, so I lean over, but nothing official on Cam Thomas in this game as well. Look, that's an ugly game. I know the spread's close, but a lot of injuries, a lot of nobodies. Hard for me to get a real good read on this game. Nothing official out of me. I'll open it up to y'all for I'll give it 15, 20 seconds. I know there's a little bit of delay. Do you have any requests in this game? Any guys you're kind of leaning on? Let me know your thoughts. If you have anything, I'll go over it. If not, we will move on to I think Pelicans game is next here. Yeah. Looking like nothing. Okay, we move. Next on the list for today, Pelicans and Houston. These two teams just played each other. Nothing for me in Kelly Olynyk. He did kind of right around what the market expectations were last game. Sengun played well. Pairing that with Jalen Green played like ass. I wouldn't buy too much into it. It's not like I'm rushing to place an Alperen and Sengun over today is basically what I'm saying. Lean over points and PAs, but it's not enough. Like if I were at 22.5, it's 27. I think my model projections are right around 27. So I lean over because of the matchup, but nothing for me there. McCollum, he hit 3 threes in the last game. His points looked good. They did bump from 17.5, but then he only scored 13. He hit 3 threes. All off the dribble. Nothing for me there. Zion played terribly, especially to start this game. If you want to run Zion overs, I would recommend waiting. He's been starting slow. 8 versus LA, but for someone that's only playing 30 minutes and super aggressive, I'd rather wait and play him post first quarter opposed to playing him any sooner than that. At 4 points, you're probably going to get a 20 plus. I do lean over Dillon Brooks' points in this game. Purely matchup dependent. I do think his threes could look good, even though he just had 1 in the last one. Pelicans allow a lot of points to spot up shooters. I just think it's probably a good spot for Dillon Brooks in this one. Trey Murphy, I think he only had 2, maybe 3 threes in the last game. He did have 3 threes. This line's super inflated because they struggle versus spot up. Or actually, I think the Rockets play well. It's the Pelicans that struggle. I've got nothing on Trey in this game either. I think this is a spot where we see a better game out of Zion, and that kind of hurts Eason. Murphy. He played well in the last one. Minutes are sporadic. Like, I'd probably slate him for like 26, 27. Let me go see where. Houston, Eason. 14 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. So 14 points. Man, I really think the market's pretty close with Eason. I think the market's pretty close. That's not a line I'm attacking. This is a line. It's not really moved much today. I do lean over for Thompson's rebounds. Probably the closest thing I have to a play in this game, honestly. Amon Thompson over 9.5 rebounds. That'll come out on the lean sheet in the Discord later today. Actually, now looking over at what I have today, that is the first thing I had. Amon's rebounds. I like Tatum's points under, but RA's over. I like Porzingis points and threes. I like Curry points and assists. I like Jimmy Butler points under. And then I do have a kind of like a sneaky, well, actually that line's moved, so never mind. Eason threes over. Let me look at the threes. I might find more value there. Yeah, because I'm at plus money. Hard Rock's at plus 115. MGM is at even money. That's not the right line. Yeah, this line's going to minus 130. And it's the Pelicans, right? I mean, I want to say they're somewhere around like 26th. I'm close. I know. I think I'm close. 27th versus spot up. I like Eason's threes. You could run this as a straight or as a lay piece. I kind of like it with Porzingis 2+. Hold on, I'm shopping this one. Hey Rob, I appreciate the engagement, man. Let's lock in. Let's make some money. Adam, same thing. I appreciate the engagement. Just came through. I appreciate y'all. Really appreciate y'all. Let me go ahead and get what I got down here, and then yeah, I'm gonna keep looking into Eason's threes. That's at minimum, I think, a lay piece, and I've been kind of slacking on the lays, but slates have been gross. Slates have been gross. Scroll across the bottom, add the banner, and let's go. All right, that's all three of those. That's everything I have out. Eason, I like a lot. You know what? I don't want to spend a lot of time. It's not a for sure yes. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the lean sheet and keep moving. But I'm probably circle back because I think we're getting 4 attempts, and with 4 attempts, I like it a lot. So added to the lean sheet, we're going to keep moving. Amon's rebounds are there as well. That's really what I got in this game. I will say I could see Jalen Green shaking back today. Coming off an absolute dud, I could see him shaking back today. It's not really a bad matchup. I mean, let me break it down for you. My data is at most 1 day old. They are 8th versus pick and roll ball handlers, but 28th in transition and 27th versus spot up. So I like Jalen Green in this one a lot. It's a lean too, but just the inconsistency is what worries me about him. All right, Toronto versus Washington. Poole's day to day. Brogdon's out. Podol, Boucher, Barrett. Game time decisions. Quickly's out. I mean, this game is just disgusting. It's that time of year, boys. Podol's just back. Only 4 games out, or 4 days out. Man, it's Washington. I lean Podol's PRs over, but it's Washington. Under, not over. Keep in mind, I mean, let me go to Basketball Monster. I know Quickly's at least out, right? So I don't know about Barrett. Let me see if he's probable. If somebody's on RotoWire, you could tap into. Tell me what Roto's got. Scotty, I've got probable on Scotty, Podol, and Barnes, with a questionable on Jacoby Walker. So a probable on Barrett. I'm not running an under versus Washington. Is Scotty rebounds back to wagon material? I lean over, but it's not enough. I will say the market's absolutely going that way. With a couple 125 still available, that's probably a good play. My model doesn't have enough on it, and I'm worried about a blowout. Yo, appreciate you tapping in, bro. Everything I played right now is down there at the bottom. I do lean over Scotty's boards. I think the 125 is a good play. I don't know if it's a great play. But I lean over there. Nothing official. Barrett's points, maybe. Again, blowout potential. We're going to be quickly lists. Struggled in these last couple. Again, blowout potential too. Nothing on Barrett, nothing on Scotty. Absolutely lean over Middleton's assists plus 128 at FanDuel. What about his points? Yes. PAs? I don't hate a Middleton PA. This is very similar. I'm putting it on the sheet. It's very similar to Scotty, where I'm just worried about the minutes. And when you filter in minutes, it looks disgusting. And now I know Washington's only a 7-point dog. But I mean, what are they playing for? I'm not backing the motivation here. I've got those couple leans. Someone asked about a Koulibaly under 12, and I don't hate that if Poole plays. What do we have on Poole? A legit questionable? Okay. Pardon me. Model likes a Koulibaly PA under. $16.5. I lean under, but again, not official. Keyshawn George buy high without Poole. If Poole were to sit, we could, get down quick on this. I'd say you'd see 10 plus field goal attempts without pool. Sorry. All right, we're going to move on. Nothing for me official in that Washington-Toronto game. Kind of a nasty game. Let's get to Indy versus Atlanta. Keeping in mind they did just play, but Indy was down a couple guys. I know Halliburton's questionable. Let me see. A legit questionable on Hallie. Naismith is probable. Trey is probable. Believe Raptors. I'm sorry. Pacers are 3-point favorites on the road. Trey, Terrence Mann, Karis LeVert, Halliburton, Mathurin, and Naismith are all questionable / game time decision. Again, we got Hallie is a true questionable. Trey's probable. Miles had a really good first half in the last game, and then I don't know that he scored. Literally don't think he scored in the second. First half, 15. Second half, 2. Okay, last game. I do lean Trey's under points. Lean over his assist, but I do lean Trey under points. How many field goal attempts in that last one? 17, 7 for 17 with 5 threes. What's his season average? He was under his last 10 average for sure. Season average a little under it. Okay. 26 in the prior matchup versus some of the season. Okay. Lean under his points. Don't love it. Oh, wow, this is already bumped. Yeah, this was 11.5 for a decent price this morning, so we should have played it. Nothing for me on that now, though. Lean over Trey's assists. That's about it. Lean over Hallie's points, too. Market's going against the way I think. I do lean this way. We'll see where the market finds us today, but I do lean over on a Halliburton points. Pascal, I'd take the under if they're healthy, but there's not. I mean, I'm not taking this without Naismith, Halliburton, Mathurin news. If all three of those go, this probably goes to like 22, 21, and I'll still play the under. But until then, nothing. Rebounds. Now, see, the rebounds over might be a good look, regardless of who plays. It's not enough, but I do lean over Pascal's rebounds. I would love 7+ in a lay. I like Pascal's boards. I'm willing to take. No. -114 is the best price. Where did it open? -112. It's going up, but not much. And there's some books that have came down. I do lean over Pascal's rebounds. Maybe it's a lay piece. Nothing official there either. Niang gets a bump without LeVert. So does Riche. Nembhard gets a bump without Naismith. They both get a bump without Hallie, assuming they play. This one's really tough. There's nothing early I want to play on this. There's nobody. McConnell lines aren't up. I mean, there's nobody that I'm thinking of that's going to be like in a sneak spot. I mean, yeah, Niang, but I'm not willing to back it. Both of these dudes, but I'm not willing to back it until Halliburton news. So there's nothing that I'm really willing to play yet in this game. Probably late ads as we know who's playing, because I do have leans depending on who plays, but currently nothing. So let's move on to Orlando versus Milwaukee. Any requests in this game? George, I appreciate the engagement, man. Appreciate you helping me grow the page. Props.cash, I appreciate the like, obviously. Locked in with Props.cash at least through August. This show is. I'll be using them for life, but this show is at least through August. This show will always remain free to y'all, but price is going up for the advertising at the end of this August. I promise you that. All right, Orlando and Milwaukee. See, I kind of like Lopez. Now that Giannis is questionable, it's came up a little bit. Ross, I believe Ross. You wear an orange shirt in your bio picture. I can remember. You were asking me about Lopez. Yep, Ross. We're on Lopez now. I liked your original thought. I do lean over here. Only 23 versus Dallas. Minutes, that is. Let me go to the model. They are the number one team versus spot up and the number one team from above the break, they being Orlando. But have we not been over this? Let's go to the Props.cash mobile. Hey, if y'all are listening, we sure would love to get this on desktop. We sure would love to get this on desktop. Last 5. See, they have struggled the last 5. Last 10, they've been, they've been better. But last 5, they have struggled. 28th. It's because they're depleted at guard. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they'll leak them the centers. I like it. Let's just stay with our Dame look. I think we're on the right track with our Dame look. Yeah, we're on the right track with our Dame look. I do lean over Brook. What are they versus Rollman? 15th. Rebounds are in a decent spot because he's not going to be pulled away from the basket. Night Fox, don't you have PTSD like me? Remember when we ran this without Cole Anthony like 3 or 4 days ago and we got cooked late in the fourth? I like your read with Lopez, but I'm going to stay off of it. I want to see one thing. Fuck. It'll go on the sheet. What do y'all think about a 10 plus in a lay? Because I wanted to run this morning. I didn't lock it in. I had it crafted up. I wanted to run a Dame 20 plus, Reeves 15 plus. And that Dame 20 plus price is like minus 1,000 now. This was this morning. We got it in before. We got Dame in before it moved. We didn't get the lay in the cord, but I'm looking for a Reeves 15 plus parlay piece. I really think that number is undervalued. It's the without Bobby numbers that do it for you. I mean, I don't hate that either. This was something we were banking on early, right after the Bobby trade. Yeah, or suspension, not trade. My apologies. Misspoke there. Man, but they're number 1 from above the break, number 6 in the restricted, number 1 to spot ups. I'm torn. I lean over. I think I'm going to keep it pushing. But Night Fox, or who said that? Was it just me? I don't know. No, it was Ross. He was requesting it. I'm going to stay off of Brook. I'm happy with my Dame line. Look, sometimes the Discord pays more than others. If you were available, we got this in this morning at 23.5. It was minus 125. Everyone closed. Reopened minus 110. And it was there for probably a solid 10 minutes. I think most people in the court got that. I was very vocal with them. They're like, "Hey, it's not up." I'm like, "Look, you got to go to the prop section because the game wasn't even on the board." So I mean, massive value there. If you want in, I'll do this. If you want in the Discord, I'll give it to you for free for a week. All you got to do is like and retweet this post, and then send me a screenshot of you liking and retweeting it. I'll give you a week for free. Hold on, we got NBA news. Alec Burke out. Khalil Ware probable. Andrew Wiggins questionable. Hero probable. Paul George out at least 2 more games. Okay, that was back like beginning of stream. Okay, we're caught up. A lot going on in that Miami game. I'm going to go see what the market's done. Some of the questions we were waiting on have been answered, and there's been some new questions. Market's not doing much. It looks like Miami's getting a little bit of love. So yeah, we played Dame. I think his assists might be in a good spot without Giannis as well. Over in 7-7 this year. I know it's Orlando. Is this still plus money? It's plus 110 at DK. Well, actually, there's a couple. 114 at Rivers. Ow, wee. Do I want 2 overs on the same player versus Orlando? That's gross. And what do you mean by fully healthy? Because I know Suggs is out for the season. Is Cole Anthony back? Cole Anthony is back. Okay. I'm already on his points, but I mean, making a hell of a case for his assists right here. Are we not? Plus 114? Would the market open? 5.5 plus money before the Giannis news. You can't blame yourself for missing that. I'll come back to this. I want to come back to that one. I want to go back to Amon's rebounds at the end of stream. Maybe Scotty's rebounds. But okay, we're moving. We move. I do really like Dame's assists, though. I feel like that number should be higher. Cole Anthony is back without Suggs. 23 minutes in that last game. I actually don't think it's a bad matchup for him versus Milwaukee. Yeah, 24th versus pick and roll ball handlers, 22nd in transition. Minutes should be there, right? Let's slot them in at 20, 22. I think we got a ceiling of around like 35. That's like overtime, probably like 30. That's aggressive. I think this is realistic, though. I was going to say, I'm sure all those games are without Suggs. I like Cole Anthony's over. I mean, let's see what the market's done. Yeah, I'm at 11.81. The market's going up. A couple 120s still out there. I like it. I don't love it. I'm going to keep moving, but I do like Cole Anthony's over. Keep in mind, Giannis is questionable. Paolo, I'm questionable on how I want to attack him. Split this season. Let's see how Franz affected that. Franz missed both games. Go to the model. I initially have no reads. Model likes the over on points, the under on assists, and they're both actionable. Nothing on the rebounds. Over on the points, under on the assists. Whoever asked me about the RAs, I think I like the assists. Well, look at that price, though. I hate that I love this. Cole Anthony is back. Yeah. I hate that I love this. I think you're on to something here, bud. This line's been all over the place. There's a 120 at Hard Rock, a 115 at 365, a 130 at ESPN bet, I wouldn't play the 140. Hit any of those 3 130s. Yeah, what's the points look like too? Because the model likes the points over, which kind of, directly correlates to the RAs under. They're going to be down They could be down Giannis and Paolo. Giannis and Brook Lopez is obviously Jesus Lord. Bobby Portis is obviously out for another probably 15 games. I feel like that could leak some easy boards to him. I lean under here. If there were better numbers, I would probably if it were 115 painted or 120 painted, I'd probably take it. But with it being all over the place, I kind of feel bad releasing it, and it's not. It's a lean for now. It depends on what the price does. If the price comes our way, I'll probably play it. I'm not afraid to fade to market, but I just want a better price, especially painted. Kuzma, really good spot without Giannis. Nothing on Kuzma. I would say I lean over his points. 3's tough to come by versus Orlando. Definitely lean over his points, though. Let's go to the model for Franz. Assists, I lean over. It's not actionable, though. It's just a little something. Points, lean under. I like that because I like the over on Paolo. Rebounds, slight over, especially DFS sites. Lean under for Franz for sure. I might get to the window on this one. He missed both this year, that's right. Nothing on Franz. PR is under. Maybe at 30.5. Nothing official, not yet. Again, tough to come by. His favorite scoring type is spot up. Tough to come by, but I do lean over at Prince points. He been balling ever since he went viral. Cole Anthony's back. I have some leans in this game. I don't know what I want to make official. I've already got Lillard. I'm really leaning Lillard's assists over and Pialo's RAs under. I'll probably come back to both of those. If we get any more value on a Pialo RA under, I'll run it. So Pialo RA's under is probably my closest thing. My next closest next to Dame there. Already played Dame. Let's move on. What are we at here time-wise? 44 minutes. Yeah, we should be in and out in an hour today. Nasty slate, so I assume it's going to be closer to an hour than 2 hours. Probably up until playoffs. Then the first round will take long. After that, they'll get shorter and shorter. I like Bam to have a big day versus Chicago. What news just came out? Let me give this a refresh. I know we've got Khalil Ware. Underdog NBA. Where probable, Wiggins questionable, Hero probable. Okay. His rebounds line is still available at ESPN for a pretty decent price and MGM. That's two major domestics. I might run his rebounds over right now. Over 10.5, 115 at two different domestic books. Taking a nosedive when he plays next to Ware. I still like the over. Maybe points is the better spot to attack. Ware's double-double might be a good spot to attack here for Chicago. No lines out yet, but keep an eye out for me playing that. I don't know how Miami's going to attack them. We're waiting on Kobe White, Patrick Williams, Vucevic, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Lonzo Ball. Everybody. Fellas, I don't know what to do other than to say, join the Discord, wait for a late ad, because how am I supposed to have, a real look at noon with all of this going on? This is just a game filled with late ads. You can't take Giddey until you know about Kobe White. Hard to take Bam's rebounds until you're clear on Khalil Ware. Hard to take Bam's points until you're clear on Tyler Hero. Hard to play Matas until you're good with Patrick Williams. Wiggins gets a bump without Hero. Kobe White gets a minutes bump without, or a points bump, usage bump without Vucevic. I mean, this game's impossible. Best of luck. I lean over KCP's threes and points in that game. I lean over KCP's threes and points in that game. Finally, a game we can do something with. Tobias Harris, questionable. I think he's going to go. Pod, same thing. Kuminga, been out. Rowe, who cares? Ivy, been out. This game we can kind of attack, right? So we've got Durant versus Golden State. Let me see who they're starting at center. Draymond starting at center there. Head-to-head this season. One game, he had 8 points, 12 boards in 31 minutes. Rebounds number, I will say, is a little inflated. They're expecting him to have a big game. It looks like double-double. Probably going to be inflated, but I'd be interested to look at a Durant double-double later. Do lean over Curry's points. Let's dig into this one a little bit more. Field goal attempts have been way up. I think he's averaging nearly 20, maybe 19 in his last 10 games. 27th first pick and roll ball handlers, 21st from above the break. He did only have 17 in the last game versus Detroit, but he did have 21 field goal attempts. So keeping an eye on the field goal attempts. Let's go see what the market's done on this line. Between 27 and 28, it did open 26. So, I mean, the over was definitely the play last night. I have him a little over 27, so I do lean over. I think his assists might not be in a bad spot either. I lean over there, but the juice is crazy on the 5.5. Lean over Steph PAs. If there's any buyback in the market, I would play an over 26.5. Cade, pretty decent discrepancy in his points totals. I wish I'd have jumped on the under last night. I make it this line 25. Rivers still has a really good under 26.5. 32 in that last game with 8 assists. 21 field goal attempts. I don't hate sprinkling Steph to go crazy today. I don't hate that one bit. Also, I did play Malik in this game. We'll go over that. $26.5 08 at Rivers. There's a lot of 26.5 out there. Coming off back-to-back good games, tough matchup here. I mean, cakewalk with Utah. I just lean under. The market's going that way. Nothing official. I like Draymond's points and assists over. Let me go see how the matchup looks out. I almost think I just want a 6+ as a lay piece. He did have 13 potentials in that game, which is pretty damn good. Azor assists over rebounds. Oh, wait, that was the Rockets one. Wrong twin. I lean over Draymond's PRAs. Tobias, first game back, he was absolutely cooking before he went down with injury. I do lean overs, but I want to see him. I want to see him get back, play a little bit. He only missed 1 week though, so I still think we see him play in the realm of 32 minutes. So PRA over for Tobias, if not just points over. Are two leans of mine. I do want to see. Do I want to run Jimmy's under right now? Outside of being just an absolute free throw merchant, I think I'm going to run this. Multiple 110s available, under 30.5 PRAs, multiple 110s for Jimmy. I'm going to run it, I think. Let me shop around. I think I'm going to run the 110. Model projections are well under this, fellas. Hold on, let me see. I'm at 15 points, which that might be a little OD, but 19 I think is as well. Assists, I'm at 5, so with market, but leaning under there. Rebounds, I'm at exactly 4.5. Going to ESPN, and I'm running the 110, and we're moving. PRA over under. Jimmy Butler. Boom, boom, boom. Good deal. Just a 1 unit play. All right, let's move. I like that. I like that a lot. Azor Thompson's assists over at plus money. Man, I don't know. Tobias's first game back. Doesn't look bad in his last 10 with Tobias. Let's go ahead and reduce Ivy. It might look really good. 2.5 plus money versus Golden State. He had 3 in the matchup earlier this season. His attempts through the last 10, 6.5. Actually, a little up with Tobias. I like that. Don't think we see a minutes drop. Oh, yeah, we do. He ran 30 the last 2. He's not running 30 tonight. He's not running 30 tonight, but I do still lean Azor's assists over. Let me go look at everything else. So assists, I'm at 2.83, but you hit it right on the head at plus money. It's still valuable. Yeah, that plus 116 still valuable. Do you guys want to make free money right now? Hold on. I think there's free money on Azor Thompson right now between FanDuel and ESPN. Do you guys want to ARB and just lock up a free 0.16? I don't see FanDuel actually up at that number. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. There's still some even monies available. Yeah, I like it. It looks like the market's moved that way as well. So it looks like you're on the right side of it. Malik, we already played his threes. I think it's still somewhat playable. I'd still play the 135. So I like Malik. And then last but not least, the Lakers game. I touched on this one as soon as the stream started. I did run LeBron. Oh, wait, let me add to the banner. My fault. All right, yeah. Last but not least, we ran LeBron's 25 plus. I went on this at the beginning of the stream. I'll do it real quick again. Over an 8 of his last 10. I think it's like 8 of 10 with Luka. Luka could also be a game time decision. Which if he doesn't play, I think that number just goes even higher and higher for LeBron. You can see his field goal attempt average. There's no less than 17 here with Luka, and that continued the last time that we played him. Averaging 27.8 on the season when he has 17 or more. I do think 17's the floor. I think we see LeBron 17 to 21 field goal attempts tonight. 28th versus pick and roll ball handlers and 29th in transition. So even though they may do well in transition, 29th in isolation. Even though they may do well in transition, it's hard to stop LeBron. I don't care who you are on the fast break. Also have leans in this one. Kristaps did well in his last game versus LA. I know this was pre-trade, but I do still think he sees a lot of picks. A lot of switches, which will get him into a lot of post-up situations with smaller defenders. I do lean over his 1.5 threes as well, especially if there's someone that's plus money. That's stupid. Or was that 2.5? 2.5 is plus money. Okay, yeah. I like the over 1.5 as a parlay piece. I'm actually more worried about a 2.5 today versus the matchup, but over 1.5 at minus 200. I think if nothing else is around a fair price. Some people ask me, what about Luka's overs? I think I saw a lot of people on his rebounds over. I actually leaned over his assists. I have heard other people in the market say the contrary, thinking that Boston's going to play him more one-on-one, not send help. So if that's the case, maybe his assists don't go over. I don't like it at minus 130, but see where the prices are. But this price continues to get better. So if we see a 7.5, 120, 125, I probably get down on it. But I will say that the market is coming down. So it's the opposite of market support. There are other sharps, it looks like, playing that line the other way. Again, though, if I get to the number I want, I'll play my model against anyone, basically. Pritchard, probably not the right game to attack Pritchard. I know he's coming off a couple of big games, but this team's rested, and I do think this game stays competitive if the Lakers are healthy. Tatum. Why is the assist number so low? Also, DraftKings is trying to take a stand on it's all these game time decisions. I don't want to run Tatum, but I'm almost positive Porzingis is playing today. I haven't seen that confirmed, but I'm almost positive Porzingis is playing today. And if Porzingis plays, I'm running a Tatum points under. I'm less interested in Tatum's points now with the injury news, but the assists, I can't help but like. Yeah, I lean over Jason Tatum's assists. I'm not at the window yet, but looks like I'm making my way there. Tatum's assists for sure, a very strong lean in this game. Lakers allow a bunch of assists too. They're an assist funnel. I like Tatum's more than Brown's, but I do lean over Brown's assists as well. Feel like I missed this. Bad time to support Connect too. Don't go there just because he's been on fire. I think it's a bad game, bad spot for him. So injured, coming off of an injury. I do like Reeves today. This line moves 16.5. I don't like Reeves anymore, but I do lean over there. I could probably get behind a Reeves PA over if we're being honest. Drew Holiday over points with the new way that the Lakers defend. He had 3 in the last matchup, but they've revigored this offense. It's kind of defense. So I might be on this Tatum assists. Hold on. We have underdog news. Scotty questionable. Burks question. Oh, that was Scotty and Chris Boucher both questionable. That's kind of knew that, didn't we? Yeah, Tatum over 5.5 minus 04. That one's got my name on it. This would be my last one if I run it. We have 4 right now. I really like the 4 we have. A very rare 2-unit day. It should have been a 3-2-unit Dame. Dame should have been 2 units as well. You know what? Maybe this is a line we attack live because I don't know if y'all peeped it this morning, but I got my Lakers hat on. Oh, yeah, there we go. Got my Lakers hat on. LaMelo Ball ruled out for Saturday. Injury management. See if there's Mark Williams ruled out for Saturday. Injury management. Nets money line in the under, probably. I'm not going to release those as official plays, but I am going to go sprinkle that under a little bit. Looks like we're going to get good value. Cool. All right, boys, I'm going to call it. Hour and 7 minutes, kind of a short and sweet episode. There's going to be late ads. It's just the time of year. So there'll be late ads. Coming off of a profitable day yesterday, we just finished up the first week, up about 4 units in March. I'm on pace for 16. I'd be really happy for 16, but hopefully we're due to crack something. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in each and every day. All my plays are down here at the LeBron at the bottom. LeBron 25 plus, Malik to hit 4 threes, Dame over 23.5, and then Jimmy Butler under his PRAs at 30.5. Lean sheet will be coming out to the Discord within the next 20 minutes. I'm going to grab lunch, let my dogs out, and then start cooking up parlays close to 3 o'clock. Well, actually start cooking up lays when I have more injury news. Best of luck today. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man, let's go.